Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Today we're going to take a look at this application here, residential. It's a screened-in room. And so the only issues that we might have is possibly a ventilation issue and or there's an 8-foot fan in the middle that we have to be cautious of. So let's go ahead and take a look at the dimensions. Dimensions that we have of the structure, it's about 20.5 feet by 18 feet. On this outside edge, I have the tops of the beams here at 9 feet. The maximum height about 14 feet. I think that's all. We do have this bay window here that it's not going to be an issue because the customer has asked that we just heat up the seating areas here and here. So that's all we have to deal with, and we're not concerned about heating up this. But if we were going to heat up the whole space, then we need to make sure that we keep clearances from that bay window area. All right, let's go ahead and look at a gas heater. Now, if we were to use gas heaters, the most important thing is this is a screened-in room, and the customer sent me some images, and I'm not quite sure if the these triangular opened areas here are screened or are they some type of glass. If they're glass, then we have to make sure we have a place for the exhaust gases to evacuate. If it's screened in, then the evacuated gases will just, leave this area here without an issue. So that's one thing I just want to mention. I have these heaters at a 13-inch clearances. These are Sunpack S34s, or you could use a TSH. TSH will give you a dual output, 25,000 or 4,000, BTUs. But in any case, either one of those models have to have, when this heater is pointed straight to the ground, that's where I have it, you need the clearance of 13-inch from this edge here to this edge here. Now I've taken the OEM bracket and essentially just punched a hole here, used the existing hole here to swivel this bar down straight, and then you'd have to punch a new hole up here. So that's how that would work. You can see that the footprint of heat is really good for these two locations. If this table was turned 90 degrees this way, you would also have a nice footprint of heat. We are missing the center slightly, and that's only because I could put I would like to put it a little angle and bring the heater down a little bit. However, once I angle this heater, then it increases the clearance to, I believe it's 17 inches of clearance. So I don't want to do that if I can avoid that. And so by placing the heater here, and then also if you just look here at the dimensions of where I have this heater, so both heaters are approximately 4 feet 9 inches from the inside of this beam here to the center line of the heater itself. So that gives me a good coverage and a good placement, and it's high enough so that you're not seeing the heater so much. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So let me go ahead and take that off and give you a different option. Different option would be using a all electric heater. Now what I've done with this, these are Infratech the C series, the CD for dual element, 6,000 watt. And what I've done here is I've lined up the brackets. Now I have both heaters actually I have placed at roughly 4 feet off the center. Now 4 feet from the edge to the outside edge here. This particular heater is a little bit longer, so the center point is the same. Let me just show you that real quick here. So this is the center point here on the gas heater, and then the center point here on the electric heater. Now the gas heater lines up with the rafters up here, and sorry about that. Let me get back out of here. So the gas heater lines up with the rafters pretty much. You can see I may have to move them a few inches to the left here, obviously, but I have this edge of the heater at 4 feet, and I'm matching the other heater up, essentially with that. I hope that makes sense. But let me turn that off real quick and go back to this. So what I've done here is I use the original bracket that comes with the unit, matched up to the angle here, and then I had to change the tilt of the heater. Otherwise, if I pointed the heater straight down and moved it up, I would have to get a longer bracket so that I meet the clearances of combustibles on the top. So this is a 6-inch clearance from combustibles from this edge to, the top of the bracket, and you can see the kind of the yellow highlighting here. Let me turn off the ray so we don't confuse that. So here's the clearances here. This is a 15 degrees from horizontal, and then as far as the distance off of this edge here, let me just put that back on. I have 2 feet 4 inches from this edge here, which is essentially the center of the bracket. So if that helps, we meet the clearances on the bottom as well. And then of course let's look at the footprint of heat real quick. Turn these off. Alright, so you can see here with the footprint of heat, we're covering the area fairly well. I'm a little bit concerned here, but not too much. I think we'll go ahead and, this is the ideal footprint of heat. The reality is the light wave, so it does expand and travel through space, so it's not going to be pinpointed like you see it, but this is the pinpoint most acceptable amount of heat. So if you're sitting here with your back to the couch, you'll be warm enough with the insulation of the couch, and there will be some heat that is coming off this in this direction as well. It's just not the ideal amount of heat, but I really needed to maintain that. Now I could just put a longer 2-inch longer bracket on here and then reduce this the angle to maybe 10 degrees instead of 15, and we would get that back edge here. So it's just up to you on how you want to work that. In any case, you can see that again we have good coverage, and with this angle here we're getting a good overlapping of the center too, so it is pretty ideal. We don't have to worry about exhaust gases up here, so that doesn't come into play with this electric application. All right, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor gas heating application, please send us an email to support@patioheat.com. We'll be happy to help, and give me a thumbs up if this is something that you're interested in and it's helped you, because it helps us know that it's being appreciated and we should continue our efforts in this area. Have a great day.